hello, beautiful spirits. Good day, hello. I don't like this lighting. I feel like I'm gonna move to the window. Much better. Hold on, let me get my chair because I'm not gonna stand up and talk. Oh, here's my water. Okay. Oh, this is in the way. Hello! How are you? How you doing? Did you miss me? I know I have been delayed with posting again, but I've also been pissed off. So I didn't want to bring any bad energy your way. Actually, I woke up today, I went and took a cold shower, I did some magical mantras, I did some praying, I did some affirmations, I did some massaging and telling my body that I love it and I thank it for all the beautiful things that it's created and how it keeps me going even though I don't feed it, which is what I'm going to talk about today, is because I feel like people don't realize when they have eating disorders. Yay! So, now, a lot of people don't even get diagnosed with the eating disorder, even if they do have it, because it's so mundane compared to the other issues that it has caused. So, one eating disorder is obsession with junk food. So, if you feel like you gotta eat hot chips every day, you got eating issues, boo. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to put anything on anybody. If you don't say that you have an eating disorder, you haven't been diagnosed, so you probably don't, right? Okay, and that's some people who believe in the healthcare system and they think that it works. If you think that the healthcare system works, please don't watch my videos because you're just gonna piss me the fuck off. Because doctors don't even believe that the system works. So how you, a person who didn't get your doctor's degree, gonna tell me that the healthcare system works? Like, it doesn't. It really doesn't. And if you think that it does, you probably put a lot of effort into making sure that it did. And I don't know if you noticed, but all of us don't have time for that. Okay. I put my case on that. I'm still kind of, I'm moody. I'm moody, y'all. I'm moody. You know why? Because one, I don't have EBT. I don't have no food benefits, so I ain't been eating. Number two, I keep hearing no. Look, these people want to play. They want to play with me. And I'm like not having it because, I put in work. I put in work. And another thing about me is I try to see things through. Let's not say that. I don't see things through. I do it all at once. So it should be seen through because I did it all at once. Like in one sitting, I'll sit at my desk and I'll do this thing completely. And I'll expect it to be done. And there's nothing more that I need to do with it. If I can't do that with something, it doesn't work out. And when you're dealing with the government, it doesn't work out. And so, if I've lived my whole life doing homework and assessments and quizzes and tests, of course, I'm going to go into the real world thinking that's how things work. Oh, I have to submit these documents to the county in order to receive my benefits. Okay, email, all of the supporting documents, sent, done. I did it. I sent that email, bitch. I do not like sending emails. I do not like looking through my files to find information that they need. I sat there, I found the information, I wrote a professional email, and I sent that shit. And you know what they said? I didn't do it. What the fuck? Yes, I did. I have the proof. It's on my phone right now. I'm looking at it. What do you mean? What do you mean, man? What do you mean? I missed a couple of interviews today. I didn't go to work. I didn't. I was like, I'm not done with my assignments for the trainee. So I'm gonna try and finish the assignments. And then when I didn't finish the assignments, I was just like, I'm not going in. ADHD brain, yay! Yeah, no, it doesn't work in the real world. Like, if this was a real job, like a dead ass, like 9 to 5, I would have lost my job today. And they tell me that at the training. They'd be like, you know, if you were late to work every day at a real job, you would have been fired. Like, been fired. And I was like, of course I know. See, I'm not dumb. It's not that I'm not capable of being on time. It's not that I'm not capable of doing my job. It's not that I'm not capable of being a good freaking robot in this system. It's the fact that I don't have the motivation to do it. I didn't feel that hot today. And this place is not working. This is not feng shui. This is not it. And I'm really negative right now. Like, I'm a negative Susan. And I'm not a negative Susan. I'm actually a really positive, optimistic person. If you know me, you know me. You know I'm not, like, negative. I'm actually pretty positive. I just have a lot of shitty things going on. But back to the point about eating. So, like I said, I'm having issues with food. I can't get food. Can't afford food. So, and I'm picky about my food. So, therefore, I eat very little food. I lost 5 pounds in 1 week. I'm sure people have lost more. But, do you see me? Do you see? 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 Cause I see. I'm skinny. Like, I'm already skinny. I was skinny in all my other videos, and then I lost more pounds. Which means I might be eating myself. That's another thing that people don't realize about eating disorders too, is that your body starts to disintegrate, kind of, because your stomach doesn't have anything to burn the acid with, so it burns itself. And then you start eating your own organs and killing your heart. You start eating your heart vessels, and then you die of a heart attack or heart disease or some dumb shit that could have been avoided. Oh, another thing, I'm vegan, so like, I'm very picky about what I do eat anyway. I don't like things with high fructose corn syrup. I don't like really, really processed foods. I like to be able to make my own stir fry. I like to be able to make my own scrambled vegan just egg. I like to make battered tofu. I like to make smoothies. And out here, especially in Cleveland, y'all ain't got no vegan food. Especially not affordable vegan food. Man, I just ordered from the Vegan Club. Yesterday I ordered some DoorDash because my lovely boyfriend sent me money to get food because he was just so disappointed in the fact that I haven't been eating. And so I ate like this vegan po' boy, basically with some battered mushrooms, some grilled peppers, some cabbage, some carrots, some lettuce, some arugula, some tartar sauce, some, you know, and it was all vegan, of course. It's called the Vegan Club. I mean, it's not that hard, you know, for slow people. It was good. It was real good. And then today I woke up and I didn't eat anything. Oh, and that wasn't yesterday. That was the day before yesterday. Sorry. Yesterday I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner. And then today I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for breakfast. You see where I'm going with this? Oh, and guess what? They serve food here, but because I'm vegan, they took a can of green beans, they dumped it in a container, and then they gave it to me. They didn't heat it up. They didn't try and drench the juice out. They took a can of green beans, dumped it in there. Here's dinner, boo. So I chose a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, of course. But back when I lived in my parents' house, I made food. I know how to cook. I had to make food for like a lot of people, so I'm not unfamiliar with like making the sweet potatoes, mac and cheese, greens, and some beets, some apple pie, some pumpkin pie. I mean, not pumpkin pie. I mean, I could make pumpkin pie too, but sweet potato pie, or making artichokes and rice, making gravy, making biscuits, making sausages, waffles, French toast, pancakes, apple turnovers, what's it called? Breakfast pockets, pizza pockets, what else? Stuffed noodles, stuffed peppers. Look, I could make some stuff. And that's not even hard stuff to make, not gonna lie. Like, once you learn how to read a recipe, you can really make almost anything. And I just got good at listening to, as some people say, like Big Mama telling you, like, you put a dash of this, you put a spoon of that, you put some flour, some oil, and then I would like measure it out and I would put it into a recipe format so I could redo what she just did. And it came out to be my recipe. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't have a kitchen, when you don't have a bunch of people in the kitchen with you, like I had my sister with me, I had my mom with me, sometimes I had my stepdad in there, or my grandmother, whoever, somebody was in the kitchen helping me. I don't have that. I'm only cooking for one person, and I'm not really in the mood to be making food. Excuse me. A lot of bad things happen in the kitchen as well in my life. People got hurt in the kitchen. Tension happened in the kitchen. Shit came out in the kitchen. A lot of stuff happened in the kitchen for me. So I'm kind of triggered sometimes when it comes to the kitchen. So even back then, when I did cook and my sister would cook, or my mom would cook, or my stepdad would cook, whoever, somebody from a different family came and cooked food for us, whoever it was, I was still very like, I don't want to eat. I used to eat like 2 plates of food, second, thirds, and fourths. I used to eat a whole lot, man. I've always been skinny, but I used to eat a lot more. But it was because I played basketball, I ran track. I did a whole lot of like active work where I was like out, working out, going to the gym, going to play basketball with my friends. Like, I did a lot of swimming, like all these different things. But when I stopped doing that, my appetite went down, and then I started getting depressed, so it went down even more. And so I started having days where I would go without eating. Like, I would stop eating for the Shabbat, and then I just wouldn't eat the rest of the weekend. Or I'd eat like some chips, drink some water, maybe have some chia seeds, maybe a granola bar. That'd be it. I wouldn't eat like a meal. I survived off of snacks for a while. And then when I went to college and I did dormitory, well, no, even before, so when I first went to college, I didn't have dormitory, and I had to argue with housing about me not having dormitory because of an issue or a fluke in the system, whatever it was. I didn't have dormitory, so I stayed at my cousin's house, and she was very passive aggressive. She was very much so not a person who would say it like it is. She would just like, you're like, oh, and then you feel like she really saying, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't like you. I don't want you in my house. And you know those people. Yeah, that was her. And I mean, her husband was cool. Her kids were cool. Like, everybody else was cool. It was just really her. She really bothered me. And so they were not vegan. And so my mom had bought all this food for me. And I really didn't eat it because I didn't want to go in her kitchen. And like when I did go in her kitchen and I would try and like make food, I would mess up because I would just feel like so anxious or so nervous because she would like nitpick everything. She'd be like, you didn't wash this properly. There was like this grain on there, or you didn't wipe off the counter because there was a tomato here. And I was like, okay, yes, I understand because I did make a mistake and I didn't wipe the counter off properly. But it felt like way worse than what it should have. I felt like 10 times worse. And it made me not want to even try and make food anymore. I was just like, no. I don't even want to cook. I don't want to, no. Because if you complain about my cooking and my cleaning skills, I'm going to lose my shit. Like, it was like, I would give her no reason to say anything, and then she would find something to say. And when it got to that point, I was basically like, yeah, let me get out of here before I cause a riot, you know? And I didn't eat anything. So there was Yom Kippur, which I didn't eat for Yom Kippur. But before Yom Kippur, I didn't eat the day before that, and I didn't eat the day before that. So I went into Yom Kippur on a 2-day fast, and then it ended up being a 3-day fast. And so the night that we closed out, I ordered DoorDash, and I ordered DoorDash while hungry, and I spent like $50-something on DoorDash. At this time, I had money, okay? I had my savings from working over the summer and stuff. So I had money at this moment in August. I wish I wouldn't have been so dumb. Anyway, back to that. So I had bought like a burrito bowl thing. It was like grilled onions, grilled peppers, rice, mushrooms, salsa, chips, beans, guacamole, what is it called? The tomato onion thing that mix. I forgot what it's called. I know what it is. I used to live in San Diego, so I should know what it is called. But I forgot. But you know what I'm talking about. And so I had like this nice Mexican meal. And then I also got vegan ice cream. And I got a soda. I got like Fanta or something like that. I don't know. But I got them from all different places. So I got one thing from a Mexican restaurant. Then I got ice cream from Baskin Robbins. And I got a drink from a whole different place. And so when I put all these things together, you know, if you had to make them go to 3 different stops, it adds up in the end. So it came out to like $50-$60, something like that. It was like probably like 54 or something like that. But in that range. And when it came, she was like, oh my God, you ordered all this DoorDash. Like, you got money and shit. Like, what? You're a college student on a budget. You're crazy. And I'm like, I haven't eaten in 3 days. And she didn't, of course, she didn't know that. By the way, I haven't eaten in 3 days. And I also gotta take the bus to get to school and to come back. And it's like a 3-hour, like, altercation. And it's an hour and a half each way, like almost 2 hours each way. So I would spend half my day on the train and the other half in class doing work and listening to lectures that I care nothing about. And I wasn't eating. Oh, and I was getting harassed by my stepdad, by the way. He would like call my phone every 5 seconds. In the middle of the night. I don't know who does that, but apparently he does. So I'm like, she complained about me ordering DoorDash now? Like, I ain't even touch your kitchen. Oh wait. She did complain about me touching the kitchen because she was like, don't put food in my house, da 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 da. So I went into the kitchen to put the food in the kitchen. Because food goes in the kitchen, right? I'm in there, I'm like, oh yes, I'm ready to eat this. Like, she had like a conference meeting or whatever going on. So she was sitting right there at the little dining area right there in the kitchen. So I was being quiet, but I was like, I'm fucking hungry as fuck. I'm not finna not eat because you on a call, bitch. I don't even like you. So I get this food, open it up, I'm about to eat it. It smells so good. And you know, she looking like, I'm like, I didn't make eye contact with her, but I looked up and I saw that she was looking my way, and I just kept looking at my food. I was like eating it as I was like getting it ready. Like, I was getting sauces and like I was making it good basically, because she stays in Maryland, so at the time there wasn't a lot of vegan restaurants that were out there that did DoorDash or that, you know, like I could get to. You know what I mean? I didn't have a car. Obviously, if I had a car, bitch, out of that bitch, I'd live in my car. Shit. Not gonna lie. Anyway, so she complained. So I went and I ate this food, and then I put my ice cream in the freezer because I was so full. Like, I had ate this big bowl of like burrito stuff, and I had like 2 tortillas on the side, and I was full. For somebody who hadn't eaten in 3 days, I had ate a whole lot in one day. And then, you know, so I ate, made sure I cleaned up my trash, threw it away, put my ice cream in the freezer, and I went to bed. When I look back on it, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is clean. I went to bed, I was cool. When I get up in the morning, I'm like coming down the stairs, and I hadn't even said good morning yet. I was about to say good morning. And she gonna be like, you know, you left stuff on the counter from your takeout last night. I had left, like, you know, the plastic fork and the napkins that they give extra. I had took them out, and I had meant to put them in her drawer because she had like a drawer of like plasticware or whatever. And I was like, yeah, my grandpa does that, so I'll just like take this out and put that in there. Forgot. And I had a diced tomato and a piece of lettuce left right there next to it that I didn't see because it was like under the napkin. She had to let me know first thing in the morning. Like, she probably wanted to tell me last night, but I had went to bed before she could check and inspect. Good. You left this in the Good morning. Okay. I'm sorry. Man, I went back upstairs. I was like, I can't wake up and be happy. That's why I didn't go out of that room, honestly, because I felt like every time I was going to go out, I was going to get complained about something. She was going to complain about something. And then I got my dorm. And when I got my dorm, they helped me move into the dorm. And she was like, you got to bring my suitcases back. And I was like, okay, I'll make sure I do that. When I came to bring her suitcases back, by the way, she gave me the ring around the rosy and was like, oh, I don't even need it. You good. I drove all the way to DC to bring your suitcases back because I moved to Cleveland. And you want to tell me you don't need it anymore after I done already drove all the way out here? Because you said you wanted them back? See what I mean? Okay, and then moving in my dorm. So I moved in my dorm, and so there's this vegan restaurant that my family is friends with the owner and blah 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 in the area. And so I have been going there and getting food sometimes, like right before closing. And so I had went and I had got some food, and I try to pay for my food for the most part. I don't like accepting free things from people because every time I accept something for free, I always have to pay for it in some other way, and it kind of traumatized me and led to everything that's been happening to me. So, you know, I would try to make sure I pay for my food a lot of times, but sometimes he would come out of the back and be like, "You don't have to pay for food, stop paying for food." And by the way, I was balling, right? I was like, "Oh yeah, I could pay for this food." Nice swipe, nice swipe, nice swipe. Dumb bitch. So it was good vegan food. I was getting some good vegan food. I was really happy. And then eventually I realized the restaurant is really far from campus, and I started not having time to go out there. And so I was like, the only two grocery stores that are close to me are Target and Whole Foods. Target is not a grocery store, and Whole Foods is an expensive grocery store. But I like Whole Foods now that I've been shopping there. Actually, I like Whole Foods. I like shopping at Whole Foods. Whole Foods is the bomb. It's just, I have to make my paycheck a Whole Foods paycheck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta make it where I can afford Whole Foods. And more. And more. And more. But, so I did that. I really shopped at Whole Foods for the most part. I did go to Target sometimes to see the comparison between like tofu or lettuce or tomatoes or whatever, or even like just staple goods like sugar and salt, seasonings and shit. But of course Whole Foods have more variety because it's an actually grocery store, and then Target is Target. And so this is definitely over 15 minutes, but I just wanted to let people know that I didn't eat because I didn't have the money to eat. And with inflation and the economy on the rocks, with unequal pay, with minimum wage, with gas prices, with the food drought, with grocery stores not having any food in them. Like, that's what a food drought is. It's when the supply isn't meeting the demand. I'm really worried for young people like me, especially those who are experiencing homelessness. Please let somebody know that you're hungry. Please let somebody know that you're hungry. I don't let people know that I'm hungry. Like, literally ever. And it comes from that whole idea that I don't deserve anything, and that outlook on life as if nothing's ever going to work out for me. And that can go both ways. You can actually overeat because you feel like I should be fat, or I should be ugly, or I should be somebody who just sits around all day because nobody cares about me. If they did, they would have helped me get better with my eating and make sure that I go outside and keep me company. This world fucking sucks, and it would suck to know that you let it beat you. What is the motivation to live? What is the motivation to do better for you? Everybody has a reason, and if you don't, you're good as dead. So I don't really know what else to say. I didn't want to do that to you guys. Honestly, I didn't. I really try to keep things positive and try to just be educational and real with you guys. And I don't want you to take it as me like spreading negativity or me trying to force something on you or make you feel like shit because you're not doing well. I struggle. That's why I made this channel, because I want to help others who are struggling. I don't want them to struggle anymore, and I want them to know I got their back. That's it. And if you're in the Cleveland area, you know, you can contact me through Crazy at Yahoo. You know, reach out. If you need help with anything, if you have questions, you know, comment. Be honest. I'm being honest. I'm being really fucking honest. People don't have to be honest. Just to let you know. I'm giving you the privilege of knowing about my life. That doesn't mean you have to give me the privilege of knowing about yours, but it does say something. The chances of you finding somebody who actually cares is very rare. So when you do, don't push them away. Don't act like they're full of shit, because they're not. And actually take a moment to think about why they care. Because 9 times out of 10, it means that you're worth something and you're not full of shit.